All right, thanks, John, for that beautiful intro right there. We are douchebags talking about whatever the hell we want. That is correct. And you might notice, if you're watching, you're listening, there's only 3 douchebags here today.
Mm-hmm.
We count 1,
We're
2, 3.
Short of
3.
douche.
We're short of douchebag. Matt the Ranger, he's just out for a little bit. We'll see. LOB, leave of absence.
He's out on. He's using his PTO.
PTO time, yeah.
Except
we don't get paid.
What's
so
it going on right
OT.
now?
OT.
That we all know it at work. That FFCRA. We're gonna call him out on that.
I don't know what that means.
FFCRA.
It's what you get paid if you get the Rona.
Oh,
the
yeah.
vid.
Well, he doesn't have the Rona.
He doesn't have the Rona, but
COVID.
He's just out
COVID times.
Right now.
We got to use those terms.
So yeah, there's 3 douchebags here. We don't know how long that'll be. So 3 douchebags. That's what we got. That's what we got for you on the Cavemen Media podcast. We appreciate you guys listening. If you're a new listener, we appreciate you guys. Welcome into the podcast. Like I said, we're 3 douchebags. We'll talk about whatever we want. Connor here to my right, my little brother. He does all of the IT stuff on the show.
He's your little big brother.
My little big bro.
Not too much IT going on, but there's a lot of video
Something
work.
Like that. Editing and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Drew to my left, my tall redheaded best
what's
friend
up?
here. That's all I got. Big tall redhead.
Our drinking buddy.
My drinking buddy. Yeah, so if you're new to the show, that's us. My name's Cody. We like sports. We like to bullshit, and that's what we're going to do on this podcast. Something that we are new into is the arm wrestling world. So if you haven't already checked out our new video on YouTube, the Cavemen Media YouTube, you can see that Brothers in Arms Slaughterhouse arm wrestling video we just put out.
Oh, yeah. Big arm wrestling podcast.
About to be, maybe.
Slamming arms, ripping Dustin Johnson's,
Pulling, baby.
doing
You got to pull. You got to learn to pull.
Yeah.
So me and Drew might be dipping our toe in the arm wrestling world here soon on the media side and
Oh,
the
we're not
actual
dipping
sport.
our toe, brother. We're going balls deep.
Are we diving in head first?
Balls deep.
Balls
baby.
deep.
Cannonball right in there, baby.
So, for real, though, it's something that we really enjoyed being around. We've done it twice now, just being around the guys and like I said, pulling and just being around the sport.
When you guys see content, just make it be known. We have literally zero idea what we're doing.
No.
We're in it for fun.
We're in it for fun. I like the competition aspect of it. I like the hype. If you go watch the video, the heavyweight championship match is one of the most hype events I've been around. I mean, it was 2 heavyweight guys. It was the finals. They both had 1 loss versus each other. It was winner take all, and they were pulling for their life. And shout out to Cameron for getting the dub. Gave a big fuck yeah at the end. So that was pretty hyped. Shout out to Niles for running through his weight class. Went undefeated 3-0. Gave it the big yeah at the end of his win. So I mean, it was hype, man. Those guys are fucking.
Yeah,
it was wild, dude. Just tons of beer flowing.
Oh,
I mean,
tons
They
of
had beer there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what do you mean?
Cody and I drank for
Put a
like
bunch of
6
dudes
hours.
in a room and not
So
give them beer.
that's why the camera work was a little shaky.
Yeah. It started good, and then it just kind of took
Oh
a
yeah,
nosedive.
there at the end, we're like, we get 6, 8, however many beers we had at that point, and it's just like, fuck it.
Yeah, sometimes we may have forgot to push the button to start recording a couple times, but
Yeah, I had to miss the event. I was out on personal time.
Yep.
And Cody took over camera duties for me. I have it wrote down here. Cody's camera work at the event. A little shaky. I'm happy you tried.
No.
Cody tried to get some B-roll shots. I liked it.
No
Nice little
argument.
shot of the arena.
we did that at first, and then we decided tripod all day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Set up the tripod.
That was before we figured out how to work the tripod. It did maybe take us about 90 seconds to figure out how to put the camera on the tripod.
I tried to explain it, but you were 6 feet apart. So,
dude, at the beginning of that video, you should have done me tapping on the screen. How's this thing work?
well, I was gonna cut some other stuff in there, but since it wasn't like for us, it was for the guys. I didn't.
Yeah,
put it in
if you
there.
go check that out on the Cavemen Media YouTube, it's just strictly pretty much the Slaughterhouse Brothers in Arms arm wrestling tournament battle in the backwoods. Not necessarily a vlog of the guys, but we are going to do some more vlogs, likely around the arm wrestling world here soon. So look forward to that as long as COVID allows. So we'll see. We've got something planned next month for that. Look forward to it. And again, here we go. Let's start with a beer review.
Beerish.
Except scratch that out in a wine review. So typically on this podcast, we do a beer review. And we review different beers from the area, different breweries. We've got a nice little collection going on the shelf here. But tonight, Drew's got us some wine.
Yeah, so we are testing the Gatlinburg Wine Cellar. Obviously, Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yep.
Bought in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It is the Cotton Candy. It is proudly established in 2017. Grape wine with artificial color. 11% alcohol by volume.
Hell yeah.
cotton candy flavored, I'm assuming.
You can give me a heavy pour.
Big wine guys.
I'm not scared.
I'm just thirding this bottle
Fucking
out, boys.
watch it, man. All over my table.
Yeah, you are spilling a little bit
Jesus.
there.
I paid for a quarter of this table, so I spilled on my quarter. That's all you need to know.
All right, so like we said, we typically do beer reviews. Today we got a little wine review.
I can't even see in the cups where we at. But
If you have
What are
any,
we doing here?
if you have any suggestions for different beers you think we should try, something that you enjoy, make sure you send it our way. Cheers, boys. Here we go. Tasty, smooth, sweet.
Yummy.
You can
Cotton
taste
candy.
it
Yummy.
right off the bat.
Dessert.
Yeah.
That
cup.
fucking IPA. Wow.
is this an IPA?
Connor's
Gotta
a
be.
big IPA guy.
Gotta
Thinks every beer that he drinks is an IPA if it's not a Bud Light.
Yep.
But yeah, this wine's good. I mean, it's dessert, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's
Delicious.
very sweet.
Delicious.
9.7,
That's good.
and then the wine.
I'll give it a 10.
Oh, that's a 10. That's just good old dessert. right there.
Delicious.
You have to chug it, man. You don't chug wine, man.
I didn't chug it. I took a drink.
Calm down.
Took a shot. What do you?
Yeah, good stuff right there.
I recommend this in Niagara if you ever head down to Gatlinburg.
I've never had Niagara. And I've
Oh,
If you want some good wine in the area, Oliver Blueberry.
Cody's a big wine guy now.
Oh, I'm into the wine. Obviously, I
he
sell
had
wine for a
experimental
living.
surgery to have his balls removed.
It's good, man.
Experimental.
14%.
Pretty sure that's a thing.
No,
Used
that's
to be experimental.
they call them winos these days, Drew.
Sorry for my lack of culture, Cody.
I'm just kidding. I don't know shit about wine.
I just sell it.
just sell it.
I
for a
can
living.
bullshit my way around.
I know
You-
you're
you
supposed
must-
to like swirl it
yeah.
around.
I'll
And
just type it
You're
in
supposed to
iPad.
swish it and spit it
Yeah,
out.
you're supposed to actually spit it out when
supposed
you're
to
tasting
spit it out.
Yeah.
The fuck? What kind of?
Swish it around.
made
your mouth
that
like,
up?
like mouthwash and then spit
Cody
it out.
must sell Oliver Blueberry. That's why he's like, if you like wine, Oliver Blueberry, that's what I'd recommend.
It is one of ours.
I get commission on that. so-
Yeah.
I don't actually. I
You order a
wish.
block of 12, get half off.
We'll get you a deal. If you order it by the case, save $1 a bottle. All right, here we go. Let's bring it to the table. Another fun segment that we like to do on this show. We each sit around this table here, and we all bring a little something to the show. We call it Bring It to the Table. I'll go first. I got a question for you guys. My wife was talking to me about this last night,
Oof.
and she was like,
Rough.
Are you out of cologne? No, just she was like, are you out of cologne? I was like, no. Do you think I stink? She's like, no. I just didn't know if you needed some. And I was like, I mean, sure. I just never used it. Like I've never been a cologne
use
guy.
cologne?
Never been a cologne guy.
What? Oh, dude, always.
So that's my question to you guys. Do you guys use cologne? I feel like it
Yes
was like
and
a
no.
So,
special occasion type thing, or are you
Connor,
like
go first.
everyday cologne?
I'm a yes and no kind of guy. I do have cologne. I have a couple ones actually, and some days I'll just forget and not put it on, and some days I remember and I put it on, and that's about it.
So
I
I'm
literally own zero
But
cologne.
hold on, I have one more thing to say. I went into a store at the outlets one time because I needed cologne, and there was just so many fucking ones. They're like, "Would you like to try this one or this one or this one?" I was like, "You know what? No, I'll just go to Walmart." I was like, "It'll be a lot easier."
So I'm a 2 cologne type of guy. So cheap cologne, expensive cologne. So like every morning, that's like part of my we all have our morning routine. Like as
Yep.
soon as we wake up, we do this. So I go in, I do the 2 S's,
Yep.
I brush my teeth, I go out in our hall closet, deodorant, cologne. Like that's my morning get ready routine. Because you guys know I work construction.
So you put cologne on every single day.
every single day. So I have cheap spray cologne.
Yep.
And then I wear Polo Black, which is like $90 a bottle.
So you got the Monday through Friday cheap cologne,
And then
the
I have,
Friday,
like-
Saturday night.
Yeah, I have
expensive
like
cologne.
the ow wow
Makes
like
sense.
Saturday
Yeah.
cologne.
Get the lady going.
Oh yeah, dude. She gets it gets
Gets the wheels turning for her, huh?
it lubricates the motor, if you know what I'm saying.
Her motor has been lubricated.
Hey, some girls like them a little musky, you know.
Yeah, some people. You never know.
I've never
just-
heard a woman in my life go, "Man, he stinks," and I love it.
I love that bo.
Yeah.
God, I could just.
He
get-
smells like Fritos and ass, and it turns me on.
You're not meeting the right girls.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Yeah, that's my question. I had literally owned 0 bottles of cologne, so I'll get into it. I'll figure it out.
I'm getting you one for
I guess
Christmas.
I was gonna say. I guess my wife's probably getting me something.
and I know what I'm getting Carter for Christmas. That little thing that fucking.
Oh, I know. You guys remember those things when you were a kid? It's like the needles, and it has like the glass on top, and you put your
hand-
fingers
yeah,
in it,
yeah.
and it like makes your
Carter
hand
played
press
with
or
this for
whatever.
like
Face in
3 hours at my house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
And
know
I
where
told,
you can buy
I told
them
Chelsea,
at,
I'm
but-
like, no,
Find
we're
them
getting
online.
Carter for Christmas.
Yeah.
She's like,
I don't even know
what?
what you call those things.
She's like, really? why that? That's not even any fun. I'm like, he played with it for like 3 hours. He thought that was, and I put my face in it, and he thought that was like the greatest thing ever.
He loved it. What do you got, Drew? What are you bringing to the
All right, so
table?
we're going to do a random question generator. So off the top, let's see what you boys got.
Off the dome.
All right. Let me hold on. My phone's having. If you inherited or won $1 million, what's the first thing you would buy with the money?
House. No mortgage.
First thing, Tesla.
Ooh, I would probably buy a car
Tesla.
first. I'd
Yeah.
probably get a car before I pay.
Oh,
off
I
the
would have the
house.
baddest truck driving around.
I'd probably
Good
go
old-
Tesla too. Honestly,
I'd buy the most nicest souped up Tesla.
I'd get a Tesla too.
Fuck that.
Facts.
I'd have the baddest truck around.
Next thing I would buy is a completely brand
Probably
new
get
computer.
both. Honestly, I'd pay off the house debt. Blah, blah,
I wouldn't
blah.
pay. I'd pay off the house, have that as an income property, and buy.
Build a house.
I'd buy like 200 acres.
Your house now would be the income property. I would
You'd
buy
rent it
like a
out.
vacation house.
No,
know,
like
that's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
rent that out, so that's always money
Yeah,
coming
but-
in. And then so I'd pay that off, and then buy like 200 acres where I could just deer hunt and do nothing. Because you guys know I love the.
I probably, you know what I would do? Honestly, I'd buy a piece of land out in like Utah, Wyoming, some
Oh
shit.
fuck that.
Build a house, just fucking live on the
No,
reservation.
thank
You
you.
know.
I'd probably buy a house in a nice neighborhood like Springboro or some bullshit like that.
Nah.
Fuck that.
Have a nice house and,
Dude, houses in Oakwood. I don't know if you guys ever drove through there. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
but then you're
ridiculous.
fucking throw a football and hit the ghetto. So
Yeah,
that's very
it's
true.
a field goal kick away.
And
not if you're
very,
Randy,
very,
you'd
very-
fucking shank and end up in Kettering.
Every single one of them kids that go to that school are smart as hell, athletic, or one of the maybe not athletic. They don't have
athletic,
very
but-
good athletics, but
Yeah, they are the top-rated school district
in the state of Ohio.
You put a whole
Numero
toolkit
uno.
together with all the tool bags that go there.
That is very
and they've,
true.
they've been like that for like years. and
Ever,
years.
yeah.
All right, here's the next one. If you were in witness protection, what would your new name be, and where would you live?
I would live in
I
Wyoming.
would go to Wyoming.
No, I would go to a different country.
I would get the most absolute generic name, like Tom Smith.
John Appleseed, Italy.
And then I would, if I had to move somewhere, I mean, I'm going to go somewhere nice.
What would you do if they're like, all right, your name is
Joe Buckwheat.
yeah, Dickweed Liquor, and your new home's in North Dakota?
That would suck balls. That would be miserable.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Next question.
All right, what's the worst job you've ever had?
We've talked about this before.
Yeah, I feel like all right, we're gonna go to the next one. What's the weirdest dream you've ever had?
Oh, a lot
I
of
don't
them.
fucking know.
The worst ones are when you're trying to run and you just can't go. Like
So-
you just
yeah,
can't
you're just
move.
sluggy.
Yeah,
sluggish.
the thing I always like, I don't ever have those you run and you can't go. I punch and it's like I'm throwing all
Oh,
my
yeah.
might and I'm like
It's like nothing.
it's like I'm
yeah.
patting Cody
Nope.
on the cheek.
I know that I've had that one too.
And
then
I
the
have
one
them
when
all
you're
the time.
falling too.
Oh, I've had those and you wake up like fucking
Oh,
I don't
dripping
have those
sweat,
that
dude.
often, but I have the ones where like something's chasing me and I'm it's like right behind me. It never catches me,
But
I can't get away from it.
from it. Yeah.
Have you guys ever looked into like the psychology behind what dreams mean?
No.
A little bit, but
It's
not
kind
too
of
much.
weird. It's kind of
My-
actually strange.
Some of
If you
it's
haven't, look it
bullshit,
up.
Though.
See, I have those kind of dreams like can't run, jump, falling, whatever. My wife has like vivid, terrible, horrified somebody.
I've
died
never-
dreams.
Yeah, I got a good story for you about. So Chelsea's the same way. Very, very like vivid.
She'll wake up crying.
So okay, so she's apparently. I didn't know this till after the fact, but apparently she's having one. So every morning I get up, do my morning routine, and I kiss her on the forehead before I leave because I leave at like 4:30, so she's obviously not awake. So the other morning I do my thing. I'm going in, I get my shoes on, I'm kissing her on the forehead, and she just punches me literally right in the nose.
like you told me that.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm pissed, you know? Obviously, I just got punched in the nose kissing my wife goodbye.
Right.
And she's like, and then so I'm pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I'm cussing, raising hell, walking out of the room, and I go to leave, and she goes, are you going to come say bye?
I already tried. You kicked my ass.
See, I had basically the exact same shit happen a couple weeks ago. I went to kiss Kaylee when I was leaving, and she was like this, rolled over, and she came to roll back over as I was leaning down, elbowed me right in the fucking nose. I was like, what the fuck? And she was like, I didn't mean to, and then just went right back to sleep. I was like, all right, well, fuck you.
Yeah, and then she calls me like, you know, at like 9 o'clock or whatever when she gets up, and she's like, why did you act like an asshole this morning?
Why did you hit me in the face?
Yeah, I'm like, you punched me. No, I didn't. I'm like, you're right. I'm lying. I'm sorry.
That's my bad.
yeah. My bad for you punching me in the face and acting like an asshole for it. I sincerely apologize for that.
I have vivid dreams, but never nightmares. I used to wish I had nightmares because I like horror movies.
Like the worst is like waking up to when you're just like dripping sweat under the blankets.
Yeah,
that's
that's
miserable.
I don't dream often, but when I do, like I can always remember like what my dream was.
For the most
I don't dream
part,
at all
yeah.
anymore.
Or I'll wake up and I'll go take a piss and I'm like, man, what was I just dreaming? Like I know it was something,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what it was.
Have you guys ever had a lucid dream?
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what a lucid dream is?
Like you pee the bed? Pee the bed?
Pee to bed? No, not at all.
Wet dream?
Yeah,
No.
Cody doesn't know
A
what
lucid
pulling out
dream
is either. So.
it's one of the coolest things to me, and I've done it one time ever. And
Like
it's when
sleepwalk?
it's when you're aware that you're dreaming and you can control your dreams.
Oh.
I have never had that happen.
Yeah, I remember, like, I used to get really into it. Like, there's a bunch of stuff you're supposed to do to, like, try to make it happen. And I would try it every night. And it happened one time. And I remember I was at the Old Roosters. And I was at, like, one of the host stands where you put in food. And I, like, turned to my left and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm dreaming right now. And then I went out back and started flying around. It was fucking awesome.
What?
It was the weirdest shit ever, though.
Have you ever tried to do that, like sleep paralysis? Have you heard
Oh,
about that?
fuck that. That happens sometimes if you're trying to lucid dream. Like, do you know what that is? Sleep
So
paralysis.
basically, like you're supposed to sit in like pitch black, no sound, and like stare.
You're not supposed to do it. It's not a good thing.
I know, but people do. Like
Fucking
I've
psychos.
seen stuff on like the internet of how to have sleep paralysis.
Why?
What does
Anyway,
it
it's like
do?
it's like you're awake, like fully awake, but you're still asleep, so you can't move. So you're aware of everything that's happening. You can see, but you can't move. And a lot of people will like see like demons and all this other shit.
I'm out.
Yeah, it's
No, thank
fucking
you.
weird, man.
Moving on. Now I'm going to
we'll
have
do-
some
we'll do
freaking
one more.
nightmares tonight.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh,
Vanessa
that's
Hudgens.
tough. That's
I'm
she's
gonna say
tough.
Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff. Yeah, that's a good one. Lizzie McGuire. She was
Yeah. Oh, she still is.
Topanga. She was
Oh,
hot.
Topanga.
I don't get that. I've
What do you
never
mean
got
you don't
You don't get
that?
Topanga? She's smoking, dude.
Doesn't do it for me, dude.
She does it all for me.
I'd probably go Hillary Duff. That's a good one, Drew.
That's
She might be the
Alright.
first and the last.
yeah. She still is.
She's still
Very hot.
attractive.
All
Connor,
right, fellas.
This brings
I've
to the
been sitting
table.
on
This is
this.
very important to Connor here.
Yeah, he's
So-
wanted to talk about this for 3 weeks.
I've been sitting on this for 3 weeks. So I got really into documentaries lately. Been watching a shit ton of them. So I came across this documentary on Netflix, watched it, blew my mind. Everybody I've talked to about it so far has known about it, so I'm hoping you guys never heard of it. Fire Festival.
Oh, yeah,
You know about it?
yeah.
Dude, this shit is wild.
Dude.
Is it scary?
So
Funny?
Ja
No,
Rule,
it's
you
not
remember
scary.
Ja Rule?
Hold on,
right?
I'm telling the story.
Okay.
It's Connor's bringing it to
All right.
the table.
So the main guy, his name's Billy McFarland. He started this company, Fire, and he had this idea. He wanted to throw a music festival on a private island. So they rent out this private island. They market it all up. They have this. He was saying Ja Rule. He was like kind of the celebrity in on it, and they got this huge social media campaign. They filmed like a teaser with all these like models and stuff. They all put it on their social media, blew up, and all the tickets sold out immediately. And they were doing this in 4 months, and the island had nothing on it, absolutely nothing. So they had to like build all the housing, all the stuff. They were promising like.
It was right off Jamaica. It was technically Jamaica, I believe.
Well, the main place it was going to be, the first place was supposed to be Pablo Escobar's island, but that got fucked, so they had to do something else. What is that?
What is that?
Ja Rule.
Oh, I've never heard him rap. But anyway, so they sell out all these tickets. They're promising people like these nice villas, private yachts and stuff, like hanging out with celebrities, all these musical guests, like a full-blown experience like in this island. So the dude like lied to investors to get all this money, lied to the performers. None of the performers were ever really signed. They never got their money. So it's getting down to it, and they put out they don't put out like any updates, so nobody has any idea what they're going to. So all these people get on a plane, fly to the Bahamas, go to this island in the middle of fucking nowhere. They all get there and they all like get them off this bus, and they're just getting them all wasted. And then they get them on more buses and take them to where they're sleeping.
This is like just regular people like you and me that bought
Yes.
tickets.
Well, rich
Yes.
kids,
Yeah,
because they were
rich
like
kids,
$2,000 a
The
ticket.
tickets were ridiculous. So what they were staying in were these like hurricane tents that they were like little domes, probably from these walls right here. That's how big
Not
it was.
even.
It poured down rain the night before. Everything was soaked. These people are fighting for tents. There's no food, no water on the island.
Remember there was pictures, like, they would, like,
Oh, yeah.
on, like, a styrofoam lunch tray, give
Yeah.
you, like, a piece of bread with cheese on it.
Yeah, that's literally what it was.
Hell.
So these people are like fighting for food, water, places to sleep and stuff. All the workers on the island, like the people who live on the island, did all the work. They never got paid, so they were pissed. So they came to all the people, the tourists, started like harming them, taking them for ransom to get their money and stuff. And it was just fucking crazy. Fucking
Who was
wild.
in charge of this thing?
Billy McFarland.
And
in
you know he
prison now.
never served jail time for that?
He's in prison right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't think he ever went to jail.
No, he went to jail, got out, and started another fraudulent business by targeting all the people who bought
Yeah,
tickets
I
to
remember
Fire Festival.
they actually had video of it, of
Yeah.
him doing it again, like frauding people out of
Yep.
money.
He was selling them fake tickets to stuff, basically. Cody, watch the documentary if you haven't. If people listening
It's
haven't heard of this,
FYRE.
yeah,
FYRE
FYRE Fire Festival. It blew my mind. There's 2 documentaries on it, actually. One on
I just
Netflix,
don't
The
one
one on
Understand.
Netflix is very, very well done.
Yes.
I guess I just don't understand how he just said we're doing this.
Because he had every intention of doing it, and then it didn't come together, and
the planning behind it was atrocious.
his people were telling him, "You cancel this right now," and he was like, "No."
Yeah, they were
like,
trying. They tried to get him to cancel it multiple times.
So
and
I
he
just don't
wouldn't.
get how the people still like all the celebrities that were supposed to be there obviously weren't coming. So how did it not get out?
Because like
that-
Blink 182 was supposed to be there, and then they canceled, and basically put out a thing like, "We're not coming."
Yeah,
'Cause
there
the
was.
people still
'cause
went.
there's
well,
like
yeah,
a
people still went, which
Yeah.
is that's their own damn fault.
This is so like he was like putting these bands weren't coming because they have to have like a retainer. You know, you pay X amount of money for them to show up at something. Well, he
Right.
didn't pay it, so obviously
Right, that's
they're
what I'm
not-
saying. So obviously they weren't going to come. So why didn't the word get out that all these people aren't coming? And
Some of it got out that people weren't coming. There was stuff were getting leaked about like the tents and stuff, and a lot of people didn't go, but a lot still did. Because I mean, they paid a lot of money
Yeah.
for it.
and then they
There
were
was
just trapped on the island.
Yeah, so yeah, they were literally stranded on the island. Like there's vlogs about it on YouTube. Like people, it's funny because this guy starts his vlog, goes, "Yeah, we're going to Fire Festival," and he gets there and he goes, "Oh my god!" Like,
yeah, like no bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like
porta potties, like it's wild, it's crazy.
Wow,
Oh,
that-
yeah.
You gotta
mind blown.
check it out.
Mind blown. All right.
Also, I don't know how the hell I never heard about it.
I actually saw.
What year was this?
I actually-
Like 2016, I think.
I actually
that
saw-
recently.
I actually saw a meme yesterday
2013.
comparing Zach Taylor's coaching style to Fire.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Wow, that's crazy. He's 28 years old. Interesting. All right.
Yeah, he'll be out in a few years.
And on his next scandal,
So, what's your guys' favorite cheese?
Pepper jack.
Pepper Jack.
My man.
Pepper
All
jack.
of
So-
you?
Oh yeah. So
I like cheddar too.
we all like kind of spicy things. We have to go to Jungle Jim's one time. We'll do a cheese review. They have buffalo cheddar cheese at Jungle Jim's,
Ooh,
and
that
it is
sounds
the
delicious.
greatest thing you will ever taste.
You guys like string cheese?
Ah.
I love
I
it.
love it. Do you peel it like string cheese, or you just?
Yeah, so I didn't
Depends
know that.
on the mood, man.
Oh, I just bite it.
I didn't know peeling it was a thing. I just ate
That's
it.
why
And
it's called
Kaylee,
string
Kaylee was
cheese,
like,
Connor.
"Well, I thought that was the whole string."
No. You gotta make it into the string. But yeah, no, I love string cheese. I eat one like every day.
Yeah, Kaylee likes them a lot.
It's expensive.
It is expensive. It's like $6-7
Yeah,
for a
for-
12 pack. Or
yeah.
something. It is pricey. Kids love it though, and I love it.
I love shredded cheese though too. I'll
Yep.
just grab the bag and
No, I can't do all that
I do that. Yeah,
unless it's from
Mozzarella.
Skyline. Unless it's from Skyline.
you're a
Cheddar.
loser.
That's good shit right there.
I love cheese.
Oh, Skyline has the best cheese on the face of the earth.
So Connor, you got the new iPhone,
Yep, iPhone 12 Pro Max.
the back daddy of them all, huh?
Yep, it's my favorite.
Put a
iPhone
case
I've
on
ever-
that thing.
There's
He's
a
got it.
fucking case on it.
Small as hell.
Protect.
Have you dropped it yet?
Carbon fiber. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I drop my phones all the time.
I actually heard that yesterday. Drafting Joe Burrow and not giving the offensive lines like buying the new iPhone and not putting the case on it.
That's very true. We're going
Yep.
to talk about Burrow. We're going to talk NFL here in a bit.
Just gonna
But Connor, what's the biggest
break my heart again?
biggest difference between your phone and my phone?
My phone and your phone. Bigger, faster, much better camera.
All right, let's rephrase that because Cody has a garbage phone. What's the difference between my phone and your
I
phone?
have the
Bigger,
11.
faster.
I got the 11.
I have the 11 Pro Max.
Yeah.
He has the 12 Pro Max. So,
So
one
between-
model newer.
If you have the 11 Pro or 11 Pro Max, I would say don't upgrade just because you're not getting that much. But I was coming from the 10 or the XS Max or whatever. It's bigger, it's faster. The camera's amazing. It has MagSafe, which is a magnet, like a circle magnet right here. And I'm getting a wallet you can put on the back of it. You can buy accessories to where like you just put it in your car like that.
Right.
I'm getting a desk mount where you can do that. Same thing.
Yeah, I don't
Dope, dude.
I don't need all that mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, I don't know. I had.
But you bought the last greatest one, so don't even act like you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just because I
I
can.
I
Not
have
'cause I need
the regular
I needed
simple,
a new
just
phone.
the regular 11, and when the new one came out, I had it in my car. Everything I had to do was push the button, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what it's all about. See in person, see if it's worth it. And now that I look at it, I'm like,
Is it worth it? Because I know Chelsea doesn't listen, and I'm just probably gonna get her one from Christmas. So, is it worth it?
What does she have right
So
now?
she has the XR. Does that sound right?
I would say it's
Probably
much
much better. Yeah.
So
But
I mean,
it,
her
it-
phone.
I mean, it really depends on the person. Does she care about having the greatest phone, or is she good for what? she got?
she's big on the camera. So
Well, the camera on this phone is amazing.
I mean, you
so-
saw the video my phone took. That it was pretty fucking insane at
Yeah.
that arm wrestling tournament. So if is that camera better,
Yeah.
like exponentially better than this one, or
4K, 60 FPS, 10-bit HDR recording.
I don't know a fucking
Don't know what
thing
any of that means, but not this camera, but the other camera I have can't even do that.
Really?
All right, you guys got anything else before we get into the sports world?
Nope.
All right, so I'm gonna lead off the sports conversation with a question, and you have to answer. There's a gun to your head. You have to pick one body part to get cut off for your team to win a championship.
Pinky toe.
What's your body
My
part?
pinky finger.
Pinky
Pinky
finger.
toe.
Pinky finger is useless, dude.
How
Your
often do
pinky-
you use your pinky toe?
Your pinky toe is essential to your balance.
Is it?
First
Fuck
off,
balance.
yes.
I don't need
Is it?
balance.
Well,
Yes.
I was
Your
gonna
pinky
go
finger uses
pinky
nothing.
toe or pinky finger.
I'd give my pinky finger
don't
for
think
Joe
there's
Burrow to
many-
not have a torn goddamn ACL and MCL.
And other structural damage.
Yeah. God damn it.
So yeah, let's get into it. Obviously, week 11 of the NFL has came and passed, and Joe Burrow has no ACL or no MCL.
And I have no will to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I mean,
That's the first time in my life. You can ask Cody and I don't know if Connor was still there, but I literally turned the game off.
No, he was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
want to
it
fucking
was.
watch it. There's
it
no
was-
point. I don't want to watch the rest of the season.
No.
It got pretty quiet, pretty
Even Carter
awkward.
said something to me, and Taylor's like, Carter, not right now.
Stop. Yeah. So we're watching the game over at Drew's house, and it obviously happened to Joe Burrow, and I feel bad. I mean, I don't want to watch the Bengals without Joe
Chelsea's
Burrow
like,
either.
well, what's going to go on now? I'm like, I'm going to get fucking drunk. That's what's going to go on now.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you guys have to watch 6 more games with Ryan Finley and
Yeah,
Zach Taylor.
holy
Here's where you're
fuck.
wrong. I'm not watching 6 more games. I said on Twitter I'm taking up ice skating because I ain't fucking watching the Bengals.
Yikes!
I have 3 more games to go to.
Yeah,
Ouch.
that's rough.
Sucks.
Oh, then we got to go to
Yeah,
that
I'm
Monday
not
night
going
game
to the
when
Monday
Joe
night
Burrow's
game,
not
man.
playing. Those tickets plummeted.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, tickets are gonna be cheap.
Oh,
as fuck
tickets
now.
are gonna be cheap. Damn, why couldn't you guys play the Browns? All right. Anyways, the Browns are 7-3. 7-3. First time
Who
since
cares?
1994. 7-3, baby. We got Jacksonville next week. Gonna be 8-3. Gonna roll, and we're gonna get the playoff spot.
Happy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, we got to call Austin.
Yeah, let's call Parrot. We're gonna call our buddy Parrot. He lives out in Illinois. He's a diehard Bengals fan. We're gonna get his thoughts and opinions on the Bengals and Joe Burrow and that situation.
Right after these words from our sponsors.
Joining us on the podcast is Austin Parrott, our fellow brother out there in Illinois, serving in the United States Air Force.
Hoorah, or whatever you guys say.
America.
I think I sat in my chair and quiet for like the next 2 hours after that.
That's what we just said. So Cody
Like-
and the boys and Connor were over, and I was just like dumbfounded. I couldn't even speak. And Carter started trying to like screw with me somehow, and Taylor was like, Carter. Not right now.
Yeah. I mean, even Peyton was like, I swear, you boys and your football, because I was making it like the biggest deal in the world, and she couldn't understand
Oh,
it.
it's like
And I
in
was
your war. It's like you're in war. You just lost your brother.
Yeah, me and
seriously.
Kaylee it wasn't really an argument, but we got into an altercation about what was a bigger deal, Joe Burrow's knee or she messed up her nail.
Oh,
Joe
come
Burrow's
on.
knee. Times
Yeah.
a million.
Yeah.
Come on.
She was like, but that doesn't affect you. But
know.
I was like, yes, it does.
And Chelsea had the nerve to tell me later that I was being over dramatic. I'm like, do you understand what's going on right now?
That's tough. So, Parrot, where do you stand on the rest of the season? Are you gonna watch? Or are you gonna?
I mean, I'm still gonna watch, but honestly, there's no point even trying to win games at this point. Like,
No,
Yeah,
you
we
lose,
should just lose
you
out.
lose out.
Yeah,
for sure.
get the best draft pick you can get.
We
Which
can get maybe top 5.
Which with
You could-
Ryan Finley playing quarterback, as we saw in that game, that's probably not
I
going to be
think.
a
I mean,
problem.
you guys could, if you guys stay at 2 wins, you could potentially get the number 3 pick. With the Jets have 0 and the Jaguars have 1.
The Jags
Hey.
could rattle off a couple though, so we could
Yeah.
get 2.
hey, Frank Gore said the Jets ain't losing all the games, so you expect one win right there.
We'll see. They're pretty bad. But yeah, so I just want to see what you thought about the rest of the season. And obviously, I told Drew he's not going to be able to prepare in the offseason like he normally would, but I think he's going to come back more motivated, stronger than ever.
I don't know if he'll be back for the preseason, but game 1, I would say he's ready to go.
I would guarantee he starts
Yeah.
game 1.
Which sucks because I mean, after this season, he didn't have hardly any camp, no preseason, so
Well, that's what
he definitely could use it. So
That's what Zach Taylor said today. He said, if there's one thing I know about Joe Burrow is he can play well without an off season and a
Yeah.
training camp.
yeah.
Well, sorry, Zach, but I don't think you're going to be there next year. So
Well, then Rappaport said today on Good Morning Football, he
said it on
he
Pat's show, too.
hasn't got the or it was on Pat's show, but he
Yeah.
said it on Good Morning Football too, that he doesn't feel the sense that Zach Taylor's job's in danger. Which, if you're the Bengals, that's pathetic.
I
mean-
don't get it.
I mean, maybe at
He's
the
won.
moment.
He's
but-
won one game in our division in 2 years.
is it true that he's not won a single?
No,
road
he's not
game?
won a single road game.
That's hard to. That's hard to do.
That yesterday they thought he was gonna do it, and obviously that didn't happen.
They
Yep.
would have done it if Joe Burrow finishes the game.
I mean,
but
that's hard to do, to not win one road game, and they've played probably 13, maybe?
Rappaport said his rapport with Joe Burrow is potentially going to save his job because he developed Joe Burrow through the year, which Joe Burrow could develop with fucking.
How did he develop Joe Burrow? Everybody
think-
knew Joe Burrow was going to be great.
Yeah.
I
Like, it
think Joe
wasn't,
Burrow more so is developing Zach
Himself,
Taylor.
yeah.
it wasn't a project. Like, it was
Yeah,
already
yeah,
done.
yeah. Fucking you hire a Division 7 football coach and he can develop Joe Burrow. My God, it's not that complicated.
Hey, I think it's obvious Joe Burrow didn't need developed. He just needed protected. And that didn't
Yeah,
happen.
no shit.
That didn't happen.
That's
I
all
mean-
you had to do.
Every Bengals fan said all year with him getting hit like he did, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter
I mean,
of time.
every person that watches football said that. Not just Bengals fans. Everybody knew it.
So he was hit 72 times through his first 9 games,
Yeah.
which
That's gotta be a record.
it tied Daniel Jones for the most ever since 2000. That's 20 years.
It's insane.
Since 2000. Daniel Jones.
So,
And it ain't like Joe Burrow's a quarterback. Like, he
Those
knows how to play
two were the
quarterback.
most since
Since
2000.
Yeah.
I thought you said. Never mind.
Gotcha. Hey, Parrot.
Yeah.
The Browns are 7-3.
Crazy.
We all
First
feel the
time
same
since
way.
1994, the year I was born. At 7-3, we're in the
Hey.
6th spot.
You guys are playing just right to play Kansas City, and it is
No,
gonna
right
be-
now we're in the 6th spot. We're primed to play Buffalo or Tennessee.
You guys still have Baltimore one more time?
We got Baltimore on Monday Night Football.
That's the real test there.
Well, so we
Hey.
got Jacksonville next week. We should win that one. Obviously, it could be. You can look at it as a trap game.
Yes.
If we win, though, we'll be 8-3 going into Tennessee and Baltimore back to back.
That's rough.
That's
a,
tough.
That's
If
a
we
tough
could
2-game
split, if we
stretch.
could split one of those, I would be happy.
And Miami, fucking Tua got benched, which I actually think their coach
Hold
has
on.
a lot of balls.
Let's
That's a
talk
joke.
about that
That's
for a
a
second.
joke.
How do you bench Tua? The game's not over. You still have the game within striking distance. You bench him after you already benched Fitzpatrick for this guy that's going to be your future.
Right.
You bench him and then say after the game Tua's starting next week. What sense does that
That's the
make?
dumbest thing
But-
I've ever heard.
It also shows, Parrot will probably agree with me here. It shows your locker room. I don't care if you're the first round number 1 draft pick or you're the fucking 7th round guy. You're held accountable like everybody else is.
But you're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. You're building for the future. Now Tua is going to look over his shoulder all game, every game from here on out. Did I just threw a bad pass? Am I going to get benched? That's going to be in the back of his mind.
See,
every
Rise to
game,
the
every
occasion,
snap.
motherfucker.
When I heard that he got benched, I was like, man, he must have threw 2 or 3 picks. I got to go look. 0 interceptions.
What's your thoughts, Parrot?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to leave him in the game, man. He's got to learn.
I agree.
Like,
100%.
if he's going to be your franchise
You gotta pull
quarterback,
him.
he's got to learn how to lose.
His
And he
fourth
needs
start.
He needs that experience.
They should have never been Fitzpatrick to begin with,
But once you make the
Nah, I would've
decision,
let
you
him
can't go
out.
back, especially in the middle of a game.
at the point that how they were playing with how Ryan Fitzpatrick was playing, they were losing nothing. Patrick Mahomes sat for a whole year. People forget that.
I didn't watch the game yesterday until the end when it got close and our game was over. But, I mean, I just don't see – looking at his stats, like Connor said, he didn't throw any interceptions. The game was still in striking distance.
They were, down by 7 or 10?
It was still – yeah, you're still in the game. It was like the third quarter. I'm just thinking, like, what are you
The
doing?
thing they've done with Tua that people don't they're like, oh, he's this, he's that. They haven't really unleashed him and everything's short, dink and dunk. He hasn't really got the full –
He
you know
hasn't
what I mean?
thrown for big yardage. He didn't have a big touchdown. He had 5 touchdowns, no picks.
They've
in 3
kept their
games.
game plan very vanilla so far for Tua.
They just have a really, really, really good defense, and that's what's got them to this 6-4 record. And I think that loss yesterday knocks them out of the playoffs. You can't lose. to the
See,
Broncos.
before that game, I thought they were going to be
Yeah, but Buffalo loses one more. The last game of the season comes the division title.
Yeah,
so.
I get it. I mean, Tua was 11 of 20, 83 yards, a touchdown, no picks. So he was also sacked 6 times. So I don't know how much. Maybe that was on. Maybe some of those sacks were on him, and he was just holding on to the football too long.
Joe
But
Burrow numbers there, buddy.
hey, back to sacks. I mean, we sacked Carson Wentz 7 times yesterday. 7 times. Carson Wentz looks like a total different quarterback compared to where he
That's
looked.
without Miles
He's
Garrett.
dog crap.
Yeah, Miles Garrett didn't play, and Olivier Vernon had 3.5 sacks.
There were so many times Carson Wentz just looked lost. He'd drop back 4 or 5 seconds and then just tuck for the sack. It
Yeah,
was
and
like,
then the
what are
one-
you doing?
He had the guy open in the flat, wide open. All he had to do was dump it off. He waited too long. Denzel Ward hit him from the back. The ball floated. Pick 6, touchdown. So, and he taki. It was great.
Man.
I mean, can't be mad at all.
If I'm an Eagles fan, I can't wait to see Jalen Hurts back there. That's all
They
I'm
put
saying.
him in a couple times for a little wild card, and he ran one left side like 7
Wild
yards. Or
Yeah.
wildcat. So, I mean, I don't know. I think the Eagles fans, that
Doug
fan base
Peterson's getting fired. So.
and I think they're going together. Wentz and Peterson are going to be going together.
Well, they
but
just paid Carson Wentz a
They'll
lot
have,
of money.
they'll have to trade him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the problem. You pay somebody like that, you got to play him.
Exactly. Another game that really shocked me was the Packers and the Colts. What the
Colts
hell?
are legit when Darius Leonard's playing.
That game, that looks more and more like a quality win for the Browns. The more and more
I
the
also
Colts
don't
win.
think the Packers are legit.
The Packers 7-2 going into the game. They're up 28-14 at one point, and they just let them battle back. They have multiple opportunities. Aaron Rodgers missed what's his name, Tanyan, wide open in the end zone at the end of the game, and I don't know. I don't get that
We both
one.
played them without Darius Leonard. They are a different defense when Darius Leonard's on the field.
True. We also didn't have Nick Chubb, so
Yeah, but
take it where you can get
you
it.
guys can say that all you want.
How about
You
Nick
have-
Chubb's body slamming that dude yesterday? Did you see that
You have-
video?
He slipped.
You have
Oh, please.
you have 2 All-Pro running backs. You can't use Nick Chubb as an excuse, ever.
Absolutely, we can.
No,
Nick
you
Chubb is a
can't.
game-changing player.
No, you can't. You have Kareem Hunt too. You can't use that as an excuse.
I take Nick Chubb over Kareem Hunt all day, every single
Well,
day.
yeah, but
I
you
love
can't-
both of them. Don't get me wrong. We have the best duo in the league. But I take Nick Chubb. I love Nick Chubb. He is a bad dude.
Fuck Pittsburgh. Can we all disagree on that?
Yeah, Pittsburgh beat Jacksonville. Whoopty freaking do.
Yeah.
Suck one.
I don't know if Pittsburgh's going to lose this year.
I hope they don't. Honestly, we play them week 17. I hope they do win out and they sit their starters when we play them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kansas City will have something to say about that.
If they're
in the AFC
16 and
Championship.
going in, or 15 and
15
0
and
going
the
into
AFC
week
is gonna be a
17,
tough
they're not
run
going to
for
sit
any
their
team.
starters.
We'll see. What'd you say, Barrett?
I said the AFC is going to be a tough run for any team.
It
I
is.
think.
It's very tough. I think the Chiefs come out with it at the end. I mean, I'm surprised the Raiders, honestly. The Raiders
Yeah,
are
but
good.
somebody out of
Yeah.
Seattle, Arizona, and who's the third one in that?
Packers.
The Rams.
The Rams.
Rams are good.
Yeah,
The
they're
Bucs
all
are
in that
good.
division.
Oh, that
Then you have the
division, yeah, yeah.
Niners at the bottom. The AFC North is tough, but that's probably the toughest division in football.
But if you look at it, on AFC versus NFC, you've got 4 teams at 7-3, 9-1 Kansas City, 10-0 Pittsburgh. In the NFC, you've got New Orleans is 8-2. Everybody else is 7-3 or worse. So I mean, there's a lot more competition in the AFC, and if you look at the NFC, I think those playoff spots are honestly probably locked at 7 right there.
Because that division, if San Fran wasn't absolutely devastated with injuries. I mean, that division, flip a coin and
yeah, I think Seattle probably ends up winning it.
There's
the Rams are going to give
four
them
legit playoff teams in that division.
Yeah,
and
for sure. If healthy, yeah. Absolutely.
I hope the NFL continues adding that extra spot. I think it makes the playoffs more interesting. I mean, every game really, really matters.
The 7
at that
is
point.
that's going forward. Yeah, that was nothing to do with COVID. That was
So yeah, they'd put that this year.
yeah.
Right?
That's
And then if
I thought that was COVID related.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
no,
like that.
they're
going to
add 8 teams if we have to cancel
a
Yeah,
any
it'll be
games.
16.
they'll do
But
8.
I don't
yeah,
see any games
with no
getting
bias.
canceled.
Yeah,
at
I
this
don't
think
think
we're
so
good there.
either.
Big games for next week. Looking ahead though, you've got Titans Colts both 7-3 in Indy. That's a dogfight right there. They're fighting for first place in the division, and the losers on the outside of the playoffs looking in. So that's a good one.
This
Colts
That's
Titans.
next
They
week.
played.
Oh,
they
that
played
was-
Thursday.
yeah.
They played Thursday night last week.
Yeah.
And then they play again
Yeah.
next week. And then Sunday 4:00 game. Chiefs Bucks.
That's gonna be.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, but fucking the Chiefs probably blow the doors off Tampa Bay because they choke.
I'm interested to see how the Bucks play tonight. They've got the Rams Monday Night Football.
They're so
tonight.
hot and cold. I mean, Green Bay beats the hell out of them.
Then they get their shit rocked by the New Orleans.
Yeah.
So it just makes no sense.
Tom Brady at some points this year has looked mediocre.
Hey, Perry, you got to cut off one body part for the Bengals to win a championship. What body part are you cutting off?
His dick. Do it for the brand, Parrot.
Gun to your head. You got to pick a body part. What is it?
I just cut off an ear. I got
You can cut off your left pinky toe, and you just go
yeah, but
straight
that's how
to
you
the
balance,
ear.
man.
What?
See,
Okay,
I told you. That's common knowledge.
pinky finger, a thumb.
I said
your
pinky
ear?
finger because pinky finger is basically
Listen, I got one
useless.
good ear, one bad ear. I'll just cut the bad ear off.
Jimmy Christmas.
And then everybody be looking at you fucking weird your whole life.
Everybody
Gonna
be
wear earmuffs the rest of your life or what?
You won't even be able to wear a hat because it'll fall down that side of your head.
everybody's gonna be like, "Hey man,"
Yeah, they got prosthetic ears now, man.
they'll be like, "Hey man, what happened to your ear?" You're gonna be like, "Huh?" And you'll be like, "Oh, the Bengals won a Super Bowl."
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh,
Can't hear you talking shit with this ring.
Oh my God, what happened to your ear? Who they, motherfucker?
Can't hear you over this ring.
Is it the ring or is it the no ear? I can't tell." All right, brother. We appreciate you. Hey, real quick. Buckeyes, what do you think Saturday?
The game?
Yeah.
Whew.
No, just
Shouldn't have been that close.
Buckeyes on Saturday. No
You know
game,
what,
man.
though? Hey, I'll give Indiana some credit. They got a good
They're
football
tough.
team.
They're good. They're a
And
good.
They got
team.
a lot of heart, too.
Yeah, I mean,
And
we
you
were
can
up.
compete with that.
We were up. What was it? 35-14 at one point, something like
Justin Fields also played like complete ass, which is
Yeah.
that. Surprising.
probably will never happen again.
Well, you know what? I think what it was is, that first drive, obviously, it was like, holy shit, this is
2
gonna be
for
a
2,
blowout.
70 yards, touchdown.
Yeah. And, he got fooled himself there a little bit, not realizing he's still playing a really tough defense.
Right.
And then that pick happened and so on. And I think it really started getting to him. And I think he started he was trying to do too much, trying to compete with the numbers he had put up previous weeks when really they just needed to play football.
Right.
And all they had to do was get the run game going. The game, they had it. So.
Garrett Wilson is an absolute stud.
Their secondary looked like absolute dog shit.
Oh,
though.
yeah, that did not help. The
Yep.
defense looked like they got
Well,
some work
they
to do there.
threw for like 488
But they
yards.
were negative rushing yards.
Yeah, I know. Still, you got to stop the pass. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. You're not gonna run the ball if
Well,
you're
and that's
past
what
491 yards.
The negative rushing yards, like right there, it's a one-dimensional offense. How
Yep.
can you not defend that?
Exactly.
That's like the easiest thing to defend in the world, but they got tore up. But I mean, I'll give Indiana credit.
They're
that's a good
missing a
football
Chase
team.
Young, is what they don't have that one dominant pass rusher that will just eat your shit up if you try to drop back pass.
We're in that off year. They got to develop them.
Well, it's gonna be Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, just like it is every
Notre
year. And then
Dame.
that fourth spot's gonna be probably Notre Dame, Georgia, maybe, probably not.
And we're gonna get Alabama right off the rip because they're gonna finish a year number 1.
I'm not scared of Alabama. We beat them once, we beat them again.
Now, see,
Well-
that's Alabama is looking like a running offense right now. So
Yeah.
But Mac Jones is also absolutely lighting it up.
Yeah, well,
And with
Yeah.
our secondary, how they look, I'm maybe a little scared.
I think Ryan Day will get him fired up. He'll
I would
rise-
like another
rise
shot-
to the occasion.
I would like another shot at Clemson, though.
I do too.
oh, for sure.
For some
Especially
reason,
with
they
Trevor
just
Lawrence still there, we need a rematch.
they just have our number for some reason. We've lost
Well,
3 in a
that
row to
game,
them?
if that bullshit no fumble call
That was-
and targeting call, that's a different ball game.
And then
Yep.
what's his name makes a better read in the end zone or breaks the right way, whatever that
Yeah.
fucking was. Whatever. All right, man. Hey, Parrot, appreciate you, man. We'll have you back on next week, right?
Yep, sounds good.
All right, man.
All right, I'll see you guys.
See ya.
So yeah,
All right, that's all we got for you guys today. Unless you guys got anything, close this bad boy out.
negative.
That's a negative. Ghost
Alrighty,
Rider.
we appreciate you guys listening. We got some sports talk in there. We got some bullshit talk in there. We appreciate you guys for listening to this podcast.
Oh, we should have called Drew Garrison and got his take on Michigan.
I don't know if we could handle that right now. He's with Michigan and the Bengals right now. He's probably
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Drew Garrison, if you need to talk to somebody, give us a call. We'll,
yep.
we'll talk you through
We-
your
we-
hard times.
We'll listen. We'll sit down and we'll listen. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. This is the Cavemen Media Podcast. Make sure you go and rate, subscribe, Apple Podcast, Spotify, especially the YouTube. Make sure you guys go check out that arm wrestling video if you haven't already. We got more stuff coming with that soon. Fuck you, COVID, and
Merch.
go Browns.
Merch.
Merch,
Go buy our merch.
cavemen-media.com. Go check that out. Yeah, have a great week. ELE.
Everybody love everybody.